Hey everybody, it's a special episode of Isaac as we go for our palindromic 33rd win in a row. It's a start. Okay, the D100. Our seed, NHD9HS8W. I made a pledge on this streak that I was not going to use the D100. Or at least I was going to use it sparingly. So you're going to see me do something that's a little bit out of my wheelhouse, and that's get rid of the D100 immediately. And we're doing, I should have at least cracked everything in there. We're doing it for you. That's definitely where we're going to use our next notched axe charge. Here's the problem. We've gone over this 20 times. By the way, starting stats seem really good here. I'm a little bit disappointed that I started with a spacebar item I have no interest in. Judas' Shadow is amazing as well. If we could make it work on a deal with the devil or something here, that would be awesome. But the problem with the D100 is in the end, it actually makes runs a little too samey, as strange as that may sound. The fact that there's so many ways to reroll your run has made it so it's not special anymore to some extent, so I'm taking a little bit of a break from the D100 for me and for you. I don't want to make it sound like I would be doing the D100 were it not for people asking me not to, but you know, let's, as Nick would say, let's ground this in reality a little bit more here. We have our strength card, but if we get a better card here, that would be fine as well. Just looking for potential crawl spaces and stuff. Card Against Humanity. Actually, Card Against Humanity is fine with Notched Axe. This is one of the few times you may actually see me be happy to have this item. So, we'll try to get like two birds stoned at once, as Ricky from Trailer Park Boys would say. And my ideal play here is use this on a room that's preferably big, but also has other things worth crushing, like pots or, you know, tinted rocks, etc., etc. We'll see if we can make that happen. There's a battery charge, so we can kind of... Oh, this is the room, right here. We will definitely use Card Against Humanity with Notched Axe. If we get, like, 4 cents out of it, I'll consider it pretty good. So I think step 1 is you clear out as much space as possible. And we got that golden chest. But then you pop Card Against Humanity, and you just walk all over it. We no longer have Notched Axe above our head, which is weird. Again, I'm banking on 4 cents. There's 2. Oh, it's looking a little dicey. 3 and just 3. But then the golden chest gave us some more. Yeah, you know what? Let's check out our shop. We got another... This is a XL floor, so there is value in this. I don't think we'll take anything. I don't want to blow up our donation machine. The donation machine is pivotal. It's important. It matters. Let's go get our strength card back. We're still trying to keep ourselves afloat here from a deal with the devil standpoint. Our tinted rocks have not paid out. Might as well check. Our tinted rocks have not paid out thus far, at least, with spirit hearts. Beautiful. Might have just fucked up our whole run by using Notched Axe to try to get a fucking penny. Or, well, ideally the quarter, but who's counting, right? And I was gonna say, there's a spirit heart, of course. Just to add insult to injury. It may not matter. We may still get a deal with the devil on this floor, but that was pretty dumb of me. And it is my fault. It's not the game's fault for screwing us there. It's definitely my bad. We're just gonna... Idiotic. We're just gonna go straight into our boss fight here. We've already seen both item rooms in the shop. That's not to say there can't be other rooms of value here. But we're fine for now. I've played really badly like the past few rooms. I think I let myself get a little flustered. Let's nip that in the bud as soon as possible. So watch out here. All we need to do is not take damage on the next boss fight, and then we at least have a crack at this deal with the devil. But losing that spirit heart that we got so quickly was... I mean, it basically made for an extreme waste. HP is good. And we're lucky enough that... Oh, this is Pin. We're lucky enough that our damage is actually really good. Like, our DPS, for whatever reason, is fantastic right off the bat here. So we can actually survive without getting an early deal with the devil momentum, but I'd prefer to get a deal with the devil. And we did, so I thank you, game, for not punishing me too hard for my mistakes. We'll definitely take the Pact. And then... I probably should have taken the... we could have done this differently. Let me just put that out there. But we do, I think, want to die and then come back as Dark Judas. And we'll do so... No, that won't do it. We actually have to... We should take this first. I still think it's worth doing this, but in my head I was doing that the wrong way, like, the entire time. Okay. Now we're low on HP, but still, this is fine. We definitely should have... I did that so wrong. We should have killed ourselves on Dark Bomb. And then gone back into the room and gotten the pact. It's been a little while since I did some Judas' Shadow shenanigans, but we're still in a good spot as long as we don't accidentally walk on spikes here. So we should have picked up Dark Bomb, gotten ourselves almost dead, walked out, bombed ourselves to kill ourselves, respawned in the deal with the devil, picked up the pact, and had... We still only would have had 2 Spirit Hearts, you know? Because it would have cost us Spirit Hearts to take it as well. Maybe there was no way out of that. Maybe I'm just crazy too, but I'm gonna soak up the sun. You know, okay, I'm just bullshitting right now. I actually don't know if we could have done that better. But I imagine, you know, sometimes people say where there's a will, there's a way. That's not always the case. Sometimes, like, mathematically, there just isn't a way. But I believe that there is probably a way there that I was just missing out on. This is another XL floor. These have been so crazy lately, and I'm not complaining in the least. Actually, like, XL floors generally are better, I think, except from the perspective of trying to maximize your deals with the devil, but... Ooh, I was lucky. Ignoring that, generally I think they're better. I'd like that to be a secret room, and it is not. So we'll actually have to go into our curse room if we want to get whatever's in there. Unless there might be an entrance on the other side, admittedly, but we'll see. For now, Notched Axe still has some usefulness, especially because we're out of bombs, but I sort of need... Flatworm's fine. Sort of need to find a room that actually fits the bill here, and we have not in a little while. This absolutely fits the bill. Got a luck upgrade and 4 cents and a Spirit Heart, which is a really good haul. This run it's shaping up to be extremely powerful. What we're gonna need is a bit of a survivability bump, but apart from that, we're totally set. Our damage is actually ridiculous for this early on. Ridiculous might not be the right word, because, you know, on this streak we have had, like, Mega before, a couple of times even. So, Mega, we also had it on the NLSS on Wednesday. I'm just trying to think of what Wednesday was. Wednesday, July 20th, so I don't know when this episode's going up, but... On Wednesday's NLSS, we had an Eden run that started with Mega. Like, that item has been showing up all the time lately, and, you know, far be it for me to complain about that. But, it does make this one maybe look a little bit underpowered, but it's actually quite good. So, first item room here gives us Sagittarius. Fantastic item. The best of the, quote-unquote piercing shots, I think. Because of the speed upgrade along with it. Yeah, we probably gotta say that My Little Unicorn is better here. The hell must have frozen over, because I actually called this item by its actual canonical name. But I think it's better than Notched Axe. Notched Axe tends to lose usefulness as we gain bombs, so... Got spiders there. Subpar, because it does compromise our deal with the devil ability here, but... Oh, you're not gonna pay out yet. I think you got one more, but let's see if we can find a shop. Because I would actually love to buy Black Candle. And I hope that Black Candle shows up. There's a Spirit Heart. Alright, now we don't need Black Candle as much. I was thinking Black Candle just because we get a Spirit Heart, which allows us to take a deal with the devil, and then also we get the value of the lack of curses for the rest of the game. Although Curse of the Labyrinth has actually been fairly kind to us. You know, I think we stick with Unicorn Horn and just take Pandora's Box on this floor, and it basically paid 15 cents for a speed upgrade, which I'm not thrilled with. Got 5 extra cents. Check this out. It's a Joker card, probably more valuable than Strength. And we'll head onwards here. Honestly, this is really good. We're gonna be way ahead of schedule for Boss Rush, and probably we save Joker. Even if we don't get a deal with the devil, we just save Joker and use it for, the boss rush on the next floor as like, or next 2 floors at least, is like the worst teleport card we could probably expect to get, but still free item without having to engage in the boss rush shenanigans at least. I'm happy with PJs. Pretty nice get there as far as HP goes, at least. And I would love a deal with the devil here. We can totally afford to pay 3 Spirit Hearts for a deal. We didn't get one. You know what? Let's not worry about boss rush. Let's just go straight into our Joker card action here. And hopefully we'll get another teleport card in the future, but if we don't, we don't. We basically got Lump of Coal as a trade for that Joker card, which is really good. And I probably don't need to point this out this many episodes into the series, but not lucky, what am I trying to say here? The little chubby, that's it, is better with Dark Bum than pretty much any other situation in the game. The fact that it is able to synergize with something here actually means that for once it's not useless. It's just one of those combinations that go together like mashed potatoes and gravy. They go together like... You know what I saw? This was on the internet like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I haven't tried it for myself. It's not because I think it's going to be weird. I just haven't had the opportunity. But somebody was like, you're going to think this is real strange. But ginger ale plus... Like, you get a glass of ginger ale. And then you put like a single drop of hot sauce in it. And it just makes it that much better. And it was the kind of thing where, like, people had replied to this comment, and they were like, holy shit, I just did it, and it's amazing. If this is me being trolled, it's like the most innocuous troll in internet history. Haha, I got that guy to waste a glass of ginger ale, and now his throat's like a little spicy for a bit. That's not that bad, you know? This isn't like microwave your iPhone to make the battery charge faster. This is pretty innocuous. So just because it's so innocuous... I tend to believe that that person was being legitimate, and the people replying were being legitimate as well. So, first off, I'm not a doctor, nor am I a biochemist. So, I have no idea if maybe the hot sauce activates something in the ginger ale that turns it into chlorine gas. I'm gonna guess probably not, though. That would not be a harmless troll if they literally poisoned you with this concoction. But do some research, and if you feel that you want to do it, give it a try for yourself and report back on how it is, and you know what? Maybe I'll try it next time I get a chance. Next time I'm at a restaurant, I'll say, hey, could you give me a ginger ale with a drop of the Cholula in it? Yeah, I'm a Cholula guy. Look, I've got Sriracha in my house. I've got Tabasco. I've got Cholula. Did it just get really quiet? No, I hit my own volume knob there. I gotta say, as much as there's a cult of Sriracha, I really feel like Cholula is the hot sauce for me. Not too spicy. I'm not much of a chili head, if I'm being honest. Unless we're talking about fans of chili from the 1990s and early 2000s R&B supergroup TLC. I'll take Head of the Keeper. It's not bad, of course. But I think Cholula hits the spot. Sriracha, it's almost like it's a little bit overpowering for me, to be honest with you. But I'll use it and be happy to use it. The one exception for sure is in a delicious Vietnamese noodle soup. If I'm eating some pho/pho, nice little, you know, sizzling of Sriracha in there just hits the spot. Anyway. But I'm not like a Blair's death sauce sort of guy. Austin, you know, Last Grey Wolf, ate a ghost pepper. It was a dried ghost pepper, admittedly, but he ate one of those on his stream the other day as like a reward for reaching a certain level of support, which was dope for him. And he ate it, and then like 2 seconds later, he's like, that's not that bad. Well, the hard part is over. And then later he confided that his stomach is in greater pain than he's ever felt before in his adult life. So I understand the pain involved. I have a pretty high tolerance for spicy food, but not to that degree. So we just took Little Brim and Contract from Below. Both of those seem to be pretty much no-brainers for me, considering our Spirit Heart situation. And we've got a pretty nice run going on here. I like the fact that we're shooting like really elongated pennies. I do not give a shit about Glass Cannon. Virgo is just okay. Epic Fetus, too easy. Scatter Bomb's not good enough. Mom's Pad, who cares? I mean, okay, I'll tell you what. We'll pick it up so that we can get closer to the Mom transformation. And you know what? That's the item out of all of those that I think I would have wanted the most, unless we needed Epic Fetus to win. And we got Skinny Odd Mushroom. Probably should have shot that golden poop, I suppose. A little bit of a misplay there. But I feel like we're like at least 3 minutes ahead of schedule for boss rush, and I don't know if I like the idea of doing boss rush, but I'm really into the idea of teleporting out of boss rush right now, I'll tell you that much. I think that we're maybe like one awesome damage upgrade away from being extremely happy with how this run looks right now. But honestly, I'm a selfless individual. My big thing right now is if we could get an opportunity to donate a bunch of money to my donation machine, I'd consider that, you know, extremely helpful. You know, we're playing rock and roll Jeopardy here. I'm not interested in winning, you know, $10,000 for Steven Tyler needs a new Louis Vuitton bag foundation. You know what? It's not as good, but I really like the way it's really satisfying, these like elongated pennies that we're shooting out here, and I don't want to let that go for Rusted Key. Rusted Key is better, but there's something like it brings a smile to my face. It's one of those like weirdly satisfying shapes. We will buy the card if they give us the amount of money that we're actually able to sustain that. In fact, I'll keep 5 cents so I can buy the card, worst case scenario. We're up to 550 here. It wasn't that long ago we were down to like the high 200s, I think, so it's been a pretty productive season of our donation machine here. Hanged Man is not particularly good for us, but we don't have the ability to fly, so I'm sure we can find an opportunity to get some use out of it. It's like the first time I've actually avoided Wall Masters in forever. It seems like on the last 2 runs I have like instances, more than I'd like to admit, of just absolutely horrible Wall Master play. So I did kind of ignore some of the pennies that dropped in there, and I'd do it again, or the red hearts that dropped in there, and I'd do it again, to be honest with you, because we really are not in need of the Dark Bomb payouts right now. If he pays out now, that might preclude him from, or delay him from paying out on a future floor, but let's go find our item room, and, ooh, we do have some kind of double key room here that I think has to be a library based on the way that the room is structured. On our map, at least. Let's see. 2 keys is a small price to pay. This is not a library. Just kind of a random room. Well, we got bombs out of it. Basically traded some bombs for keys. Health up is actually good if we get a deal with the devil on this floor. If we don't, it's just sort of okay. Tractor beam is lovely, though. And this may be... That may have been a good opportunity to use Hanged Man, but this may be a good opportunity for us in general to get a teleport card. 2 of spades. Definitely beats Hanged Man. Well, we still got 9 bombs left, so let's not freak out yet. Can we raise our shot speed by running at our shots with Tractor Beam active? I think we might be able to. It looks like the shots that are coming out of the back of us are actually stronger. Sorry, faster. My equilateral triangle game is really strong right now because I've been playing so much poly bridge and getting my ass kicked by these fucking fake bridges. There we go. So, we are going to lose out on the 2 of spades card, which was idiotic of me. This is very, like, my minute plays are pretty poor here. We should have at least gotten 3 keys out of that. Hopefully it doesn't end up making a difference, but this does give us the teleport that I was looking for. 2 spirit hearts. Can't really take advantage of that. Oh, it's Infestation 2. Absolutely take advantage of that and head down to the next floor. Win 33, barring a full run reroll, is in the books. We will win this one. And I'm happy that this one has ended up being, actually, this is the 3rd run I'm doing today, in the interest of full disclosure. And it's definitely the easiest of the 3 runs that I've done today as well. The first one was a little scary. This one is, there were some times, to be honest with you, from a high level, like, intellectual standpoint, this is the run on which I've played by far the worst. I think we misplayed the Judas' Shadow transformation. We definitely, you know, we left behind that 2 of spades for no reason. We made a lot of dumb decisions, but in the end, you know, RNG has carried us pretty hard here. Our spacebar item, we have, like, basically no purpose for it. It actually does less damage than than not using it, so I'm kind of just holding it as a placeholder. Wouldn't mind picking up the nail or something like that, but we should have a good deal with the devil chance here. Don't really care if you pay out right away. We're totally set. Oh, good time to get a syringe, and honestly, before I could even finish that sentence, we found ourselves obviously not getting it, but that's okay. I feel like if you start in that room, there's always a dead end directly below you. Which, of course, is reminiscent of that classic Ja Rule Ashanti song. Baby, I don't always lead to the boss. I'm always a dead end. Don't come this way. I won't be your friend. Lately, it feels like I've been living a... I can't do a Ja Rule impression. That's the danger of bad impressions, is that if you do a bad impression, it can come across as offensive. When I mean no offense by it, it's just terrible. Like, my Kelsey Grammer impression is not meant to be offensive to Kelsey Grammer. It's meant to be offensive to the people who are listening to it, because it's very bad. Niles! Am I crazy, or is it getting a little bit better? It might be getting a little bit better. Maybe. I'm not always Kelsey Grammer, but I always say Niles! I'm telling you, dude. Next, we've already had Seinfeld. Seinfeld got memed up. Nothing wrong with it. Great show. Classic. All time. Comedy standard bearer. However, we had a little bit of Friends memeage. Nothing wrong with that. We were on a break. Could I be any more Chandler? Sure. Next two shows, Frasier's gonna be memed up. I'm telling you, Everybody Loves Raymond. People are saying Everybody Loves Raymond is never gonna be a meme because it was not funny in the first place. Look, it was the #1 show on CBS for like 8 years, alright? I'm not saying that means it was a good show. I'm simply saying that it has the kind of it's a cultural crucible in which a meme can be created. And we'll discover that in due time. I assure you. You know what? This is a great opportunity to take the pony. We have no active item. I'm not gonna take Sack Dagger. I'm gonna be a little bit of a baby. And I'm just gonna take Guppy's Head for the off chance of getting the Guppy transformation. But I'm not gonna take Sack Dagger. And the reasoning is slightly concerned about our HP. I really, it's like 1% concerned about our HP. But I figured why not, you know, give ourselves the best near guaranteed chance of winning, right? At this point. And if we've already thrown away the D100, I thought we had Guppy's Head. We're in for a penny, we're in for a pound on being a big old blubbering vagina. So, not that vaginas are not strong. There's a joke in there somewhere. I'm trying to ride the line between making it tasteful but also disgusting. I can't seem to find the right place to draw, you know, the marker where if you go past it, you get disqualified from the high jump tournament. Yeah. This room, first mod I make an Afterbirth Plus is gonna have the enemy on that room spawn slightly further away. Ooh, Cricket's Head. What a time to be alive. High Priestess. Ain't no slouch either. Cricket's Head is a huge pickup, though. And honestly, this run is like the closest I've come to wanting to fight Hush today, for sure. We're a little lower on HP. Let's just see if maybe... If we can get to full HP, I may consider it. Shoot the Whoop would have been tempting here, but... We'll see if we get a deal with the devil after the proceedings are done as well. I don't think that's worth it. I mean, we could get red chests, or sorry, red hearts, and then get ourselves a little bit closer to having full HP, and thus, you know, financing the Hush fight, but at some point we're just kind of bragging, I think. Is red hearts in there? I actually thought I looked on the ground, but maybe something went down. Where the heck is the red heart? Maybe it was just at the entrance? Yeah, okay. It was probably at the entrance and Little Chubby put it down, or little Chad put it down. My mistake. Second mod I make in Afterbirth Plus is that enemy is gonna pop up a lot faster. For a brief moment, I looked at the map and I didn't see a way to go, and I thought maybe our run was just over. Telepills. I mean, High Priestess is not essential for us at this point because the run's already great, but it doesn't hurt. Telepills is very unlikely to give us much benefit. No deal with the devil, huh? Let's give it a try. It's a little dicey, but you know what? It's win 33. You know what they say on your 33rd birthday? Go wild. Nobody's ever said that, but that's okay. Nothing. Nothing. Well, not nothing. That's infamy. Come on, don't insult that. We may actually want Child's Heart here. D6. Useful on this room. On this floor, I should say, at least. Mysterious Liquid. I think we go for Cancer over Mysterious Liquid just for survivability. Sure, we'll take Stopwatch. We'll take Mom's Purse. We'll take the Spirit Heart. That gives us the Mom transformation. We're probably going to stick with the Pony, which I have now fucked us out of. So you know what? We're not going to stick with the Pony. We're going to re-roll the Pony into something that takes us closer to getting Beelzebub. But our damage here should still be good. It's not quite as good as I thought it was. But minions are our best friend here. Without a doubt. Because they allow us to generate spiders. What happened to our damage to turn it into this? Because previously, I thought that we were tearing it up. And all of a sudden, I'm like, this is not nearly as impressive as it used to be. Again, Child's Heart may end up... great damage there. May end up being of pivotal importance for us because of our Dark Bum synergy, but for now, fairly unessential, I think, for this room. By the way, the Stopwatch... people oftentimes focus on the negative changes that have been, you know, at least from a community standpoint, that have come about in Afterbirth. I really feel like the Stopwatch change turned this from an item that was too good to be useful in an entertaining fashion into an item that is a lot of fun. I really like that the Stopwatch now is one of the few items that principally gives you a payoff in these super bonus rooms like the Hush Fight or Boss Rush. I think it's made it a lot more engaging as an item, and certainly something that I don't feel bad about taking. Hopefully it being slow just means that it can't even hit us from this range, but that doesn't appear to be the case. And yeah, we've taken a little bit of dumb damage, but that's part of the fun of the Hush Fight. Did we get a lot of value? I mean, it depends. We lost value in many ways because we lost the ability to fly. However, oh, thank you, Infamy. We also got Infamy and the D6. Mom's Purse allows us to hold 2 trinkets, so I guess I should have immediately picked that up. And honestly, the Cancer item is an amazing item for us to have. The fact that it basically is the wafer after we get hit once works totally fine for us, considering the baseline of HP that we have to start with and the baseline of HP that we're fairly likely to maintain as a result of, you know, Dark Bum plus soon Child's Heart, but also Little Chub, which is actually Little Chad, of course. Hoping we get a smattering of luck upgrades as well from these pennies that are on the ground. It's turned out, I'd say the items on this Hush Fight have actually turned out to be very positive. I think it's made our run quite a good deal better. But admittedly, the D6... I don't know what I thought I was going to do with the D6. Like, I was going to pick it up and then use it on something that wasn't the pony. But then I took all the other items on the floor anyway. We basically could not kill ourselves accidentally if we were playing the worst we could possibly conceive of playing right now. This is a guaranteed Hush victory, and we are basically done. Pick up all this money. Don't forget Child's Hearts. Not that it's probably essential for the win. But we might as well. No luck upgrades at all. That's a surprise. Last 3. Last 4. Nope. Alrighty. Well, it's up to the next floor. At least we have the D6. That gives us a little bit more drama on the chest that we can actually, you know, take advantage of. But that's as hard as this run gets. So unless we get absolutely whittled down in an unprecedented fashion, this is basically over. Stars, 2 of spades. We'll pop 2 of spades because I want to use the stars to get out of here. Mostly just to avoid taking more damage than is necessary and making myself look like a fool. No lockups. Wow, okay. RN Jesus being a little bit unkind to us. But you know what? That what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And other such empowering anthems like, this is my fight song, take it back my life song. I don't remember too many more. How about I love myself today? Basically songs that exist predominantly to be in female deodorant commercials. I'm only happy when it rains. That one might be different. I mean, if it rains, you'd be, you know, a little bit less likely to maybe use deodorant. I don't know, it's not as hot outside, but I guess you'd still probably use it if it's strong enough for a man but made for a woman. I mean, that is its intended purpose. Okay, Guppy. Guppy, no Guppy. It's alright. Because we have piercing shots, you know, there's not too many bosses that can show up that are gonna, you know, rattle me here. By the rush or otherwise. I know we could get him to pay. It doesn't matter, is the thing. You know, Dark Bum is already basically getting us back to full HP. We should get these, because keys could still be a little precious. We don't have Guppy's tail, but still. You'd rather have more keys, just in case somehow, we, you know, Variance tries to fuck us and we get more golden chests than we'd expect. I was really, like, surprised at how bad we seem to be doing against that first phase of the Hush fight, and then how good we're doing against all these enemies, and our damage hasn't improved at all. Like, I guess like that first phase of the Hush fight just has more damage than or more HP than I'm estimating that it does, and that makes sense because we pretty much only do the Hush fight if we have incredible damage to begin with. No luck upgrades, man. We've gone from like 6 to 99 cents, and to over 99 cents in the last 2 floors, and I've not gotten like a single luck upgrade on any one of those pennies. I don't think any of them were nickels. So it's getting a little ridiculous here. Alright. Trying to think. Man, I could probably name like 8 songs from women's deodorant commercials. There's the ones mentioned earlier. There's also, of course, I'm your Venus, I'm your... Oh wait, that's not from a deodorant commercial. That's from the female razor commercial. Ads targeting women are just brutal, man. The one that gets me, and again, I've covered this before, and it also was covered in a pertinent Mitchell and Webb sketch, is the stuff... Laundry detergent companies want you to believe that if your kids do not have spotless clothes, you're actually like a negligent mother. I guess we maybe want scapular. I kind of like these two, but let's reroll for the sake of rerolling, I guess. It's literally like your kid's playing outside, he's active. You should be thankful in this day and age that your son or daughter is outside, you know, playing soccer instead of just, you know, leaving angry YouTube comments. You know, that sets them up really nicely for adult life. But then they come in and they have grass stains and you frown. Don't for your kids outside. Oh, that might be Beelzebub right there. It is indeed. They're doing child stuff. If you got, I went to school with grass stains on my jeans. Was I judged for it? No, I was like 9. Nobody cares. Just go to school, you know, do your homework, play outside. Why are we so, oh, it's 10 times better at getting out grass stains than the other leading detergent brand? It's not that big of a deal. No one's gonna judge you if anyone judges you for your kids having grass stains on their knees, that person has the problem. That's the commercial we'll take it. That's the commercial I want to see, which is like somebody goes, "Oh, Jennifer's kid has grass stains on her knees. I wonder what detergent she uses." And then the person that mother is talking to says, "Why don't you shut your mouth, you judgmental bitch? Why do you think she's working a full-time job, raising 2 kids, and she's got to worry about something else completely arbitrary? Why don't you shut your mouth, you dumb lady? Why don't you be nice? Why don't you follow the golden rule, treat other people as they're meant to be treated?" But the reality of the situation is that probably people are too busy worried about being judged for their kids' grass stains than they are, like, they're so busy being worried about being judged for their criminal negligence in the laundry department that they don't have time to judge other people for their grass stains. But I was gonna say a certain company here, but let's not, I don't want to open myself to slander laws here, but a certain company that produces a lot of the laundry detergents probably wants you to believe that people out there are just socially ruthless when it comes to the laundry detergent. And men's ads, it's not like meant to be, men don't have to deal with this sort of thing. Because we do. Basically, all men's ads are like, if you have a single gray hair on your head, 21-year-old girls aren't going to want to fuck you anymore. And it's like, we all know that's not true. All you have to do is be a Hollywood actor. There should be way more ads for acting schools than for just for men hair gel. Anyway, but seriously, it's like, ooh, sorry, and they use like sports announcers, which I love because it's pandering and hilarious. Ooh, Jim missed a little spot in his beard there. Looks like he's not getting his dick sucked tonight. Oh, but look at the full coverage on Terry with the Just for Men gel. Anyway, his beard is a slightly darker color. You know he's getting his tip wet tonight. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Also, a big shout out to the advertisers who made this video and my lifestyle possible. If you've enjoyed the episode, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time because of Win 33.